Welcome back to IED. Today we're going to talk about geometric constraints, and it's going to be done on Inventor. Geometric meaning how we can place things in certain positions or shapes, or by their relationship to each other. Different figures we have or could make on Inventor. Well, this is the assignment, and what you guys are going to do then is pull this up as well on Inventor. This will be an assignment that we download, and so this is what we'll be going through these steps. Open the file called Geometric Constraints, read the instructions above each image in the file, and use the Geometric Constraints tool to complete each of the 12 exercises. Your completed sheet, that was not anything else, should look similar to the sheet pictured. Make the geometric constraints visible by showing the Show Constraints tool in the Constraint panel underneath the Sketch tab. Add your name to the bottom right corner of the sheet. You may use the text tool in the Draw panel under the Sketch tab to add text to a sketch. Alright, so save the file as a different name, print it out, and submit it along with this activity to your instructor for evaluation. We're not going to be really worried about this, alright, because we're going to save it as is in our engineering folder. You should not put it underneath the puzzle cube, but it should be a project, but it should be underneath your engineering folder. This is what it should look like when we're done. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like now, which is what this is. So up here, some of your computers may look like this, or it may look like this. Take a second here for it to do it. But the fastest thing you're going to do, or it might look like that, but the fastest thing you can do is minimize the tabs. It also makes your screen a little bigger. Some of you sometimes don't have this browser over here. If it's missing, go to View, User Interface, and then yours looks like this. If you click back on the word Browser, there it is. Alright, so let's start doing this. It says make perpendicular. So when you pull this up, this is what you're going to have. Well, right now we are actually not in the sketch mode. What we are in right now is where we would be doing extrusions and things like that. So what we're going to need to do is double click on sketch. Notice that my sketch up here now, this takes me into sketch mode. Sketch becomes green. Over here are geometric constraints. These are the constraints I'm going to be using. And they tell you when you put the cursor on it what kind of constraint it is. Alright, so this first one here. First one says make perpendicular. So I'm going to do, and I may have to play a little bit as we go here, but that's my make perpendicular one. And I'm going to go over here and click, and notice that it makes them perpendicular. Over here, if I right click on sketch, no, we'll get to that. The next one then, so those are perpendicular. Make all three lines parallel to one another. So I'm going to go to sketch, and either this one's parallel, yep, parallel constraint. So I'm going to click on that, and now this allows me to make everything here be parallel to each other. Alright, so all I did is click on them to make them parallel to each other. Again, I'm going to show how to do that again. Oh, so let's go forward one here to make that back to being perpendicular. Go to sketch, click on parallel. I'm going to say I want this second one now. I clicked on the first one. The blue one tells you what it's going to make it parallel to. Oh, sorry. The blue one tells you which one it's going to make parallel. So now, that one's going to become parallel, and I'm going to make it parallel to that one. So now all three of those are parallel to each other. Next one, dimension number 3 to a 2-inch diameter. Fix circles 1 and 2, make 3 tangent to 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm going to make number 3 be a 2-inch diameter. Go up here to sketch. This should be an easy part for you. Diameter. I'm going to bring it up next to it. all we do to dimension a circle is I bring it up close to it, just like that. I don't have to put it in the center. I just bring it up close to it so it turns that color. I click and bring it out. I'm going to make it a 2-inch. Notice it's a lot bigger. Alright. So it says, and if I want to move it, I'm going to right hand click. So now I'm done dimensioning. I can move it wherever I want to move it. I'm just going to move it right here for right now. It says fix circles 1 and 2. Make 3 tangent to 1 and 2. So I'm going to go up here to sketch. And right here's my tangent button. If I hold it there, it says tangent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I want circle 1, that I bring it close, and I'm going to make it tangent to that one right there. And what that just did now is it made their edges touch in only one distinct point. Again, I'm going to tell circle 2 to be tangent to circle 3. Let's go to the next one. Make circle tangent to both lines. Well, I could go back here and click, but I'm still in that tangent function. So I'm going to tell this one to be tangent. The blue tells me what I'm going to make tangent. It's going to make it tangent to that line. I'm going to click on it again, I believe. Now it makes it blue again. I'm going to tell it to be tangent to the other line as well. So this is going pretty quick, pretty fast, as you can see here. Down here now, fix points C, make endpoints A and B coincident with point C. Alright. Oh, the one thing I didn't do over here, the fix. Alright. So that what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to sketch. So here's what we call a coincident. Alright. What this does is it makes them touch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want point 3. Notice it's blue. And I believe it should move it to here. And what that just did now, you may not be able to see it, but it fixed that 3 right there to that dot. So fix point C, alright, make endpoints A and B coincident with point C. So there's point C. Now I'm going to do A to there. I'm going to do B to there. Make endpoints A and B coincident with point C. So now I'm going to say that I want point B to be coincident there, and I want point A to be coincident there as well. Well, I'm not wanting to do that. What I need to do is grab here in the middle. There we go. And now we have our points here that are coincident. I'll just drag it out. It says make circles concentric. Concentric, alright, if you go back to our assignment, concentric means they all have the same center point. Alright, concentric means they all have the same center point. So what I'm simply going to do is go up here to sketch, and that's the coincident. I'm going to say I want this one to be concentric with that one. And now I'm going to say I want this one to move there as well. And now I have 3 concentric circles. Concentric meaning they're all on the line like that. Next one says collinear. Alright, well, that's tangent. That doesn't look collinear. Equal. Here we go. These right here, collinear, means they're going to make them be straight across from each other. Almost like flush, you could think of it. So now it tells me to make that one, and that one's going to make it with that one. So now they are collinear with each other. Make the lines horizontal. I'm going to go up here, and here's my horizontal constraint. Click on it, and when I click on that, oh, it's horizontal. It's horizontal. Make the lines vertical. Well, I'm going to go up here. These are my geometric constraints again, and this is my vertical one, vertical constraint. Whatever I click on, it's going to make it vertical. Uh-oh, there we go. Come on. There we go. I had to click on it a few times there. And now they're all vertical. This one says make an equilateral triangle, which means I want to make each of these sides the same length. The way I go about doing it is I'm going to go and hit this equal, and now what it's going to do is alright, the next thing I click, it's going to make the same length. If I click on that one again, it's going to make the next one the same length. This one I use quite a bit, this equal. I use this a lot when I'm drawing pictures. Alright. Make the circles the same size. Well, I'm still on equal. So I'm going to make this circle. That tells me now it'll make the next circle, make them the same size. Alright, line up the centers of the circles on the same horizontal plane. So I'm going to go up to sketch, go up here to horizontal, and I'm going to tell these circles, the center points now, I want them to be across from each other. And I want this one, when I click it, it's going to bring it down to the bottom. Oh, brought it up. Sorry, I was wrong. Alright, so these are now on the same horizontal plane. Well, the last thing we need to do here then is the assignment said make the geometry, I got two things. Make the geometry visible by choosing Show Constraints tool in the control panel underneath the Sketch tab. Okay, so Sketch. I think I know how I would do this. Finish sketch. If we go over here to sketch, oh, it's not doing what I think what I wanted to do. Sketch. Nope. Maybe I go here. Let's go here. Sketch there. Not getting what I want there either. All right. Make the constraints. Maybe it's clear over here, and I'm just not seeing it. Nope. Well, I'm not sure what we're supposed to be doing here at this point. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not really doing what I wanted either. Alright, so we're not going to worry about that at this point. What I'm going to show you here is how to use text. I'm going to go down here. You notice I clicked, and now I'm just simply going to type in Shawnachon. And when I hit OK, it puts it there. Now, one thing I can do, I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to click on that, right hand click, and I can edit text and make it bigger. How about 0.25? Didn't make it any bigger there, did it? Well, that seems to be about the biggest size I can possibly make it at this point. So we'll simply leave it at that. I'm going to put it right down here so when I print it off, it's ready to go. Go up here to the eye, save as. You guys are going to go up here and you'd go underneath, for example, your OneDrive. Mine's underneath with this thing called USB drive, and my class is IED. This is underneath Unit 5. Notice I've already got one there, so I'm not going to save it again. And there to be ready for you guys. Hopefully that's informational. I'll catch you guys on the